Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Well, Ellen Hensley here. I've been doing some thinking, and I've been doing some research, and some drinking, hot water, and soda. And with all these cops kicking in people's front door and violating their Fourth Amendment rights as well as others, I say this because I mean it. I always mean what I say, and I pray to God that no cop ever tries to do that to my house. Due to the simple reason that, well, break into my house and I don't know who the fuck you are. I'm swinging whatever the fuck I got handy, be it sword, be it knife, be it baseball bat, whatever. I'm not gonna shoot a gun at you. I'm gonna incapacitate you first, tie you up, then find out who the fuck you are. And if you truly are a cop, I'm gonna put you back out my house minus your weaponry, and I will call your superior officers and have them come and retrieve your weaponry. And I will video the whole thing because our rights are given to us by God, not government. Now, in a little document that we call the Declaration of Independence, certain rights were laid out and very detailed when they laid them out. One of the most important ones is our First Amendment. It gives us the right of free speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom to assemble, freedom to, if we have any grievances against our government, to address them. Another important one would be our Fourth and Fifth Amendments, which the Fourth Amendment protects us from unlawful search and seizures, and the Fifth Amendment protects us from incriminating ourselves. And the others do various things. But the linchpin one, this is the one that ties them all together and ensures that we have them, is the Second Amendment, which is the right to keep and bear arms. Now, most people think that's where it ends, but no. The fourth thing is the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed upon, being needed for a duly formed and trained militia. What that means is that as long as you train with your weapon, aka the firing range, and you have friends, technically that's all a militia is. Just a group of people banding together to keep the country or the home or the community or what the town, whatever, safe from overreaching government, tyrannical government. Which is why they put that into the Bill of Rights, because we had just got done fighting a war against England with, say it with me, a maniacal, twisted, fucking monarch of a king and the monarch government. They saw the potential for tyranny. They saw the potential for dictatorship and everything else, and they were like, nope, we're going to cut this shit off the pass. We're going to give the power to the people. And we're going to ensure that they keep that power by giving them the right to keep a bear gun. And telling everyone that it can't be infringed upon. Now, you might wonder, what does the word infringed mean? That means in any way limited or controlled and changed. In other words, the whole laws about you have to register your guns is technically an unconstitutional law. The fact that you have to go for a background check to get a weapon is an unconstitutional law, given the fact that that is infringing on your right to have a firearm. Now, the government doesn't want us armed. Well, the Democrats don't want us armed. The globalists, the commies, the dictators, the tyrants, they don't want you and me armed. Why? Because it's a hell of a lot easier to control a populace if you're the only one who has weapons. Because you can just point at them, do what I say or you're done. And people gonna do what the fuck you say, generally. Unless they're mean, crazy, the motherfucking shithouse rat. And just don't give a fuck. So, these are just some of the reasons for our rights. By them violating our rights by just walking into people's homes without a warrant, that means, legally speaking, if you wake up and there's fucking someone in your house, you legally have the right and the ability to fuck them up. Because technically, if they do not have a warrant, they have broken and entered into your home, and you, as a citizen of the United States of America, have the right, not as an illegal alien, not as a human, as a citizen of the United States, you have the right and the duty to protect your family, your property, and your effects. Meaning that if they break in, hell, if anyone breaks in, you can buck them up. Even kill them if it is warranted and that amount of force can be deemed necessary. Hell, here's a little something that you probably didn't know. You can even place people under citizen's arrest. And you're forced to do it, so long as that force is deemed necessary to subdue the individual. Meaning if the person swings at you and you instinctively clock them on the jaw and they go out and you don't hit them again but you tie them up or you put them in zip ties, that is considered adequate force because you removed the threat. You know. And the cops know this. The cops know it. They pray that you don't know it, but the cops know it. That's why the cops do what they do. And that's why the bad ones will always turn off the body camera beforehand. That's why it is our job as citizens, as citizen journalists, as investigative journalists, to always hold them accountable. Now, in this country, which is the United States of America, we were set up with three official branches of government: executive, judicial, legislative. Those are the official ones. However, the reason for freedom of the press in the First Amendment is because the press was supposed to be the unofficial fourth branch of government, the one group that would help keep our government in check and honest. However, since Operation Mockingbird was first conceived, the idea to use the media as a propaganda machine was done. And they started using the media as a propaganda machine, in particular the news and Hollywood. So that's why people like you and me, the regular guys, we have to do our due diligence to keep our government on the right path, to keep them honest, to keep them transparent. Now we can do that on a federal level, and some do. We can do that on a state level, and some do. And we can do that on a local level, and some do. However, the bad cops out there who are tyrants because, well, gee, maybe they got picked on in high school. You know, maybe they were nerdy, or maybe they didn't have all that money or whatever, and they got picked on in high school, and now they got a badge and a gun, and they got these big heads, these big egos. I'm a cop, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Well, there's several cops in this country that can attest to the fact that just because you were bullied in high school does not mean you can do whatever you want. In fact, it means just the opposite. You see, I myself was bullied a little bit in high school, but I dealt with being bullied in school with my mitts. I fought. Every bully, I fought. And once you fight a bully, whether you win, lose, or draw, that bully knows, oh shit, he'll stand up to me. So they don't fucking bully you anymore. Not at all. The bullying is done because they know that if they bully, they're going to get a fist or a foot or whatever. That's what we need to get back to. We need to stop raising our children to be simp little bitches. And if they're boys, we need to teach them, you know what? You're a boy. You're supposed to be tough. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be in touch with your emotions. But you gotta be tough. What's that mean? Someone calls you a name, it's bullshit. Someone swings at you, someone pushes you down, you get up. And you square off. And even if you get that ass beat, the fact that you stood your ground and you fought them, they'll respect you. Every true friend I've ever made in my life, and I'm 50 years old now, every true friend I've ever made in my life, I did it with this, right here. I fought them. And you know what? Every friend I have that I fought, we're still friends to this day. I know. Even though we haven't talked in years, haven't seen each other in years. Once we see each other, we start realizing who we are. That friendship is, boom, going to be right there. If not a friendship, at least a mutual respect. And respect is what we need in life. Because the more respect we have, the better the world goes. Because people will treat you the way, excuse me, they will treat you the way that they want you to treat them. I know it sounds cliche, but it's simple and it's true. And that's what we need to get back to. The fact that this country's gotten so polarized that they tried to kill a former president and presidential candidate is fucked up. Very much so in my eyes. And more so now, that's why I'm running for president. Or congressman, or governor, mayor of Cobleskill, New York, 12043, whatever. That's why I'm standing up. I'm stepping up to run this country. Because we need it. We need a man at the helm. Not some simp who's fucking indebted to another country. No. We need a man who can tell the other countries to go fuck themselves. We need to fix America first. If you got a problem with that, well then, you ain't American. Because we got a lot of issues here at home that we need to address, such as an open border. And over 8 million illegal aliens flooding in. On top of the whatever million was already here. Something like 11 million that was already here. Now we're up to like 20 million. Illegal aliens in our country. That's not people trying to live a better life. That's an invasion. Because in the last 3 years, over 98% of the illegals that have come across this border illegally have been young men of fighting age, meaning of military age. And it's not like doctors, lawyers, priests, whatever. No. They're emptying out prisons in other countries and sending them here. We don't need that shit. So, yeah, we need to lock that border down and lock it down hard. And I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to take the hit. If anyone tries to take me out for saying the same thing that Trump says, only I'm a bit fucking more hardcore, a bit more extreme about it. Because I'm not, Trump says we need to build a wall and secure it that way. I say we need to send our fucking military to the front line, to the fucking border, place mines around it, all over it. Landmines, anti-personnel mines, anti-tank mines, build a wall after that, complete with automatic, motion-sensitive gun turrets with enough ammo to take out a fucking country in each weapon, along with motion-sensitive rockets, shit like that. And then whatever's left, we need to pick up and put on a pike in front of said wall so that people can fucking realize what happened and make it come through the legal way. I'm all for immigration. Legal immigration, not pouring over our fucking border illegally. It's not a human right to come into our country. These are just some of my thoughts on these subjects. My name is Bradley Allen Hensley. That's Hingeley, and I am running for president. And I endorse this message. Thank you and have a nice day. And may God bless America.